Marijuana has been called a gateway drug, but a national coalition supporting its use is now speaking out about a proposed bill by the Harper government to crack down on drug dealers. If passed, Bill C-26 would introduce mandatory minimum sentences. The Conservatives say trafficking is their first priority, but some say prohibition and tougher sentences may actually lead to more crime activity.
Operations are being busted right, left, and center. And over the past decade and a half, the use of marijuana in Canada has more than doubled. I mean, it's just not an effective form of regulation.
Tanara McLean will have a full report coming up at 5:30. Well, you hear about it in the news each week. Somebody busted for possession of marijuana or a grow-op being brought down by the street team. With a federal election campaign now in high gear, supporters of pot are asking if it's time to do away with the law making marijuana illegal. CHCA's Tanara McLean has that story.
It's a small enough plant, but it's stirring up some strong opinions against the Harper Conservatives. A proposed bill would, for the first time in the country's history, impose minimum sentences for possessing marijuana.
In the U.S., they've tried mandatory minimums for the last 3 years and 30 years, pardon me, and we've seen what happens down there. They have serious extreme gang violence.
Right now, there are no minimum sentences for possession, but if the bill is passed, it would mean a 6-month jail term for anyone found with less than 200 plants intended for trafficking. And if the crime involves a minor or a place where minors are found, the minimum sentence would increase to 9 months.
Anyone can be charged under the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act as for any drug that falls under the schedules of that act. It depends on situation, circumstances, the amount in possession of the drug.
Alcohol and gambling have gone through prohibition only to be made legal. There are those who feel it might be time to bring marijuana into that group and remove the illegal label.
Grow operations are being busted right, left, and center. And over the past decade and a half, the use of marijuana in Canada has more than doubled. I mean, it's just not an effective form of regulation.
Stubing says in 2002, a report put forth by the Canadian Senate Committee estimated close to $1 billion was spent each year on enforcing drug laws.
I'm reminded of Mark Twain's definition of insanity. Insanity, according to Twain, is when you do things the same way and keep hoping for a different outcome.
Tanara McLean, CHCA News.
At some